What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Happy Saturday to everyone. It is April 12th. We have a nice 15 game at Major League Baseball slate on tap for today. It's a rainy day. I don't know how much of these games are actually going to get played, but we have lines, player props set for everything. Real quick, before we jump into this video, do not forget the end of the video, our dollar parlay play of the day. But so with that being said, guys, let's jump into it. All right, guys, our first game of the day is the Detroit Tigers going to Minnesota to play the Twins. And in this one, we're playing Detroit on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5. We like the under here. For our hitting props, we're taking Green of Detroit and Carpenter of Detroit to both have 2 total bases. Then we go on to our pitching props. Detroit Tigers Job, we're playing his under on the line. Under 4.5 strikeouts here. Whereas Paddock of the Twins, we're going over on his line. Over 4.5 Ks. All right, our next game up, we got the Phillies in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. And in this one, we're playing Philly on the money line. For our game total, 7.5. We're playing the over here today. For our hitter props, 2 total bases, we're taking Harper of the Phillies and Arenado of the Cardinals. Onto our pitching props, we're taking Sanchez to go over his line, over 5.5 Ks here today. And Mykowskis for St. Louis, we're taking his under 3.5 Ks here today. All right, moving along, we got San Francisco and New York to play the Yankees. San Francisco taking the opener yesterday. I like the Yankees here today. I like the money line for the Yankees. The game total is set at 8. We're playing the under here today. For our hitter props, we're taking Jazz Chisholm of the Yankees, as well as Matt Chapman of the Giants. Will Warren, moving on to our pitcher props, Warren of the New York Yankees, we're playing under his line, under 4.5 Ks. Whereas Hicks of San Francisco, we're taking his over 4.5 strikeouts here today. All right, after that, we got Toronto versus Baltimore. Their game got rained out yesterday, so this is the makeup. Both starting pitchers are back on the mound. Francis versus Shigano. We're still taking Toronto on the money line here today. We're taking the game total over 8 total runs. For our batter props, we're taking 2 Blue Jays. We're taking Vlad Jr. as well as Santander. And moving on to our pitching props here today, we're taking the overs for both starting pitchers. Francis of Toronto, we're taking over 3.5 strikeouts. And Shugano for Baltimore, we're taking over 2.5 strikeouts. All right after that, we got the Mets playing the Athletics. And today we like the Mets covering the spread again, covering the 1.5 total spread. The game total is set at 9.5, and we're playing the under here. For our batter props, we're taking 3 batters. 2 Mets, we're taking Lindor and Soto. And for the Athletics, we're taking Butler. For our pitching props, in this game, we're taking 2 overs. We're taking Peterson of the Mets to go over 4.5 Ks and Jin of the Athletics to go over 3.5 Ks. Right, as we chug along, we got Washington playing Miami. Today, we're having Miami's favorite in this game. We're playing Washington plus the 1.5 points. The game total is set at 7.5. We're playing the under here. For our hitting props, we're taking Wood of the Nats and Coney of Miami. For our pitching props, Alcantara of Miami, we're going under his line today of 5.5. And Williams of Washington, we're playing over 4.5 strikeouts. All right, right on after that one, we got the White Sox and the Red Sox. White Sox taking it yesterday. We played the White Sox yesterday. We hit. It was a nice win. Today, we're playing the Red Sox on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and we're taking the over in this one. For our hitting props, we're taking 2 Red Sox. We're taking Devers and Campbell. Onto our pitching props, and we're playing 2 unders in this one. We're playing Fitz to go under 4.5 strikeouts, as well as Perez of the White Sox to go under 4.5 strikeouts. And moving along, we got the Atlanta Braves in Florida to play the Rays. And we're playing the Rays being favored in this one. We played them yesterday. It was a nice win again for us. We're playing Atlanta plus the 1.5 points here. The game total is set at 8.5. We're playing the under. We're taking Lowe and Arenado for Tampa Bay on our 2 total bases, our hitter props, Lowe and Arenado. Onto our pitcher props, we're taking Smith Shawver for Atlanta to go over 4.5 Ks. Rasmussen for Tampa Bay, we're playing under 5.5 strikeouts. All right, moving along, we got Kansas City and Cleveland. Cleveland taking the first game yesterday. We're taking Kansas City plus the points. Cleveland being favored in this one. We're taking Kansas City to go plus 1.5 points. The game total is set at 7.5. I like the over in this one. For our hitter props, we're taking Jonathan India of Kansas City, and Manzarado of Cleveland. Yeah. Then onto our pitcher props, we're playing the 2 overs. Lanzaroni of Kansas City, we're going over 4.5 Ks, and Ortiz of Cleveland, we're going over 4.5 Ks as well. And right after that, we got Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Cincinnati winning this one yesterday. I like Cincinnati again. Today, we're going under the money line of 8.5. We're going under the total points. For our batter props, we're taking TJ Friedel and Dunn of Cincinnati. And for our pitching props, we're playing the 2 unders in this one. Haney, we're going under 5.5, as well as Abbott, we're going under 5.5. Then on after that, we got the Angels in Houston. Houston putting up a lot of points yesterday. It was a bit surprising. I got that one wrong. Today, we're going back. We're doubling down. We're going with the Angels. I'm still not the biggest Houston believer. But we're playing the under 9 total points here. So we're taking Angels on the money line, under 9. For our hitting props, we're taking Hoppy for the Angels, as well as Paradas for the Houston. Going on to our pitcher props, and we're playing the over for both starting pitchers here. Anderson of the Angels, we're going over 3.5, as well as Gusto for Houston over 3.5. Continuing along, we got the Milwaukee Brewers in Arizona to play the Diamondbacks. Milwaukee taking the first one yesterday. Today we're playing Arizona to cover the spread of 1.5 total points. The game total being set at 8.5. I like the under in this one. For our hitting props, we're playing Contreras as well as Smith. So Contreras for Milwaukee, Smith for Arizona. Onto our pitching props, and we're taking Patrick to go over 3.5 Ks for Milwaukee. And we're playing Corbin Burnes to go under 6.5 today. All right, we're down to our final 3 games of the day. We got Colorado and San Diego playing the Padres. We're taking San Diego to cover the 1.5 total points here. The game total being set at 8.5. I like the over on this one. We look at our hitter props. We're taking 2 Padres in this one. We're taking Tatis Jr. as well as Bogarts to go, both have 2 total bases. Onto our pitcher props. Dollander of Colorado, we're going over 3.5 Ks. And Hart of San Diego, we're going under 4.5 strikeouts here today. And then back to the main game of the day again, the Cubs and the Dodgers. This was a good one yesterday. Today we're playing Chicago to cover the 1.5 point spread. I'm a bit torn on playing on money line here, so I do like this one being a bit closer. Chicago plus the 1.5 points. The game total being set at 8.5. We like the over in this one. For our hitting props, we're taking 2 Cubs. We're taking Tucker and Suzuki. And for the Dodgers, we're playing Shohei Ohtani. Then to our pitcher props, we're taking the over for both starting pitchers. Brown of the Cubs, we're going over 4.5, as well as Sasuke for the Dodgers to go over 4.5. And then after that, our final game of the day, the Texas Rangers in Seattle. And we're playing Seattle on the money line here today. It was a good game yesterday. We got Seattle pulling this one out today. The game total being set at 7, and we're playing the under in this one. For our 2 total bases, we're playing 3 batters in total. We're playing 2 Mariners, Cole Raleigh and J-Rod of the Mariners, as well as Seager of the Texas Rangers. For our pitching props, we're taking Rocker of the Texas Rangers to go under 4.5 Ks, and Wu of the Seattle Mariners to go over 5.5 strikeouts here today. All right, guys, thanks for watching. But before we get out of here, our $2 parlay plays of the day. Our first one is our hitter props. And we got 5-leg dollar parlay here, all hitter props. We're playing 2 Mets in this one. We're taking Lindor and Soto. We're taking Tatis Jr. of the Padres. We're taking Donovan of the Cardinals. And Trey Turner of the Phillies. Those 5 gentlemen and a dollar parlay altogether, we're playing them all to have 2 total bases. A dollar bet on this should be about an $80 win. We like that. Nice odds on this. Then we move on to our pitcher prop of the day, and we're playing 4 pitchers in a dollar parlay. We're taking Francis of Toronto to go over his line. We're taking Warren of the Yankees to go under his line. Rasmussen of Tampa Bay to go under his line. and Dollander of Colorado to go over. And this should be a nice $22, $24 win here on DraftKings. So, look, guys, there's a lot of money to be made here. There's a lot of different styles of playing. Good luck to everyone. I hope to catch you guys on the next one.